Welcome to our beloved We Are the Lucky Ones podcast. We are so glad you could make it. This 501c3 nonprofit organization has a mission, which is to capture and document the fan experience at live music events. We also fulfill our mission purpose by amplifying joy and fostering community everywhere we go. This podcast features stories from fans who are deeply connected and have fully committed themselves to the live music scene. Whether they became musicians themselves, created a passion project based on their love of live music, or built an entire career out of the joy that they receive from the scene, these amazing folks have gone the distance. If you want to learn more or get involved, find us online at www.wearetheluckyones.org or send us an email at watlowpodcast@gmail.com. Enjoy the show. Welcome to We Are the Lucky Ones. Jeffrey and I are back with you here with two of our youngest guests we've had so far. Jeffrey and I met Mason at the Birmingham run, and Mason invited his friend and business partner Harrison to join. So I don't think we need to introduce ourselves. Jeffrey, what do you think?
Nope. Danny and I have talked enough, but how about you two? Tell us, introduce yourselves, friends.
Yeah, what's your name? Where are you calling in from? What bands do you like to see?
My name is Mason. I'm from Alabama. I was just recently in Birmingham for the Panic shows, and they rocked our socks off, of course. And big Panic guy, big Billy guy, and just love listening to music.
And you live in Alabama?
I do.
You're in Auburn, yes.
Yep. So I'm Harrison. Grew up in Auburn, actually. Mason and I grew up together. I recently just moved to Washington, D.C., and of course, I like Panic. Everybody likes Panic, but I'm much more of a Billy guy. Unfortunately, maybe fortunately, depending on who's listening. But yeah, I was in Charlottesville last weekend seeing Billy, so unfortunately I couldn't make Birmingham. But the lot scene in Charlottesville, I was shocked. I was expecting. I mean, it's a college town. I was expecting it to be like a younger crowd and kind of lame. Honestly, it was amazing. One of the better lot scenes that I've been a part of.
What made it so great?
It was just I don't know, like it felt like anything goes. I mean, it was just like not a lot of structure to it, which I mean I love, because I mean everyone can kind of just do their thing, and there's I don't know, it was just really cool, and it was right outside the venue, which sometimes like they're kind of weird, like a mile down the road or something. It was literally right outside the doors, which I feel like is classic. Yeah.
I guess we should start at the top. First of all, thanks for coming on our podcast today. Well, let's learn a little bit more about you all, and then we all are here to talk about this app that you guys have invented. That's the main reason that we're here. And also, it's interesting to us to just meet you guys and learn more about y'all. So, you all grew up in the same place, in Auburn, Alabama.
Auburn, Alabama.
And then, so how did you guys get into the jam bands or the Panic, the Billy? Was there like a certain moment that kind of grabbed your leg that got y'all listening to this kind of music?
I guess I'll take the lead here first, because I got into it before Harrison did. But yeah, so my stepdad, Pete, he grew up going to Billy. Like, they played his frat house in college, or not Billy, Panic, sorry. But yeah, so he just was always talking about Widespread Panic, it's his favorite band, blah, 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 blah. So like I listened to him a little bit growing up and everything. And then my senior year of high school, I was invited to Red Rocks with like one of my friends who takes me to all these shows, and he's been in the scene for a lot longer because he's a bit older than I am. He's about 35 or so. And he's like, hey man, I'm taking you out to Colorado this summer. We're going to a Widespread Panic show. Like, awesome. I know about these guys, but like I really didn't know what the whole scene was about. So I got to Red Rocks for my first show ever, and obviously they rocked the entire city down, and just had a great time. It rained a little bit. There was a beautiful double rainbow across the stage, and everybody was just vibing, having a great time. I was like, wow, this is incredible. I want to do this every single day for the rest of my life, and I've tried to go to a show every day since.
What year was that when you went to the Red Rocks to
21,
go to your
20
first
something
panic
around
show?
this time. Yeah, something like that.
21 was the rainy Red Rocks. Was it the rainy one?
Yes, it was rainy. Yes, ma'am.
You said rain a little bit, but we're talking about the like legendary Red Rocks turned into a waterfall show. Was that the Bloodkin tribute one?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I wasn't in the right mindset, or maybe the perfect mindset, depending on how you look at it. I was a little impaired,
I
but
bet you're perfect.
I just had a great time.
Awesome. And then what did you tell Harrison? Look, you gotta check this out, man. These guys swear it's
Yeah,
at.
so I grew up a music guy. I grew up, playing instruments, playing piano, played a lot of guitar, and I still play a lot of guitar. And I wouldn't say I grew up a bluegrass guy, but my family is like super into bluegrass. My uncle's a mandolin player in a band, and my grandfather played a lot of bluegrass guitar. So I've always been around that kind of music. And then fast forward to my like teenage years in high school and stuff, got like big into Chili Peppers, and started playing a lot of electric guitar, and got like big into John Frusciante, one of the guitarists for Chili Peppers. And then I've always been friends with Mason. He started getting on into Panic and the whole jam band scene, and so we decided to go to a Billy show. And he was like, dude, like, you're gonna love it. And I was like, all right, I mean, that sounds fun. Bluegrass. So it was on my birthday. And this was recent. This is 23 or 24.
2 years ago.
Yeah, so 24. And we went to Huntsville, and I mean, I was just floored. Not only, I mean, obviously, like before the show even started, I mean, we're out in the lot just having a blast, and the lot scene in Huntsville is great too. I mean, I guess maybe that's why Charlottesville just kind of reminded me of Huntsville, just being right outside the venue, like anything kind of goes, like big scene. Everyone's so cool. So yeah, we were just walking around before the show even started. I was like, wow, like this is awesome. And we went in the show that night, and I mean, I was just absolutely floored, like being a music guy, and just like seeing this improv bluegrass, the music that I grew up with, and everything in between. And it was awesome. And so, I mean, same thing as Mason. We've been trying to go to as many shows ever since.
That must be neat as a musician to watch Jimmy Herring play and just
Oh
see
my gosh. And it's
the
like,
level of mastery.
it's absolutely like, I feel like I know what he's doing, and it makes it more impressive because I'm like, okay, I understand conceptually how he just did that, but I know that I could never do that.
Right.
And it's,
They call him the wizard for a reason.
yeah, no kidding.
Do you guys have like it could be Billy or Panic, but like a particular song or like something that happens at the show that like makes it a special show for you, or something you're chasing?
Geez, I know this is really cliche, but my first Panic show, they played Chili Water, and I remember everyone just going crazy and just like throwing their drinks around, and I'm just like looking at Mason like, whoa, like I've been to a lot of Billy shows, but like this is cool. And he was like, yeah, man, happens every time. And I was just like, okay, like this is so. I mean, I would say that, I guess, and especially like be my first Panic show, and you know, any other time someone pours a beer on you, I'd be pissed. But yeah, it was fitting.
Yeah, Panic fans are so rowdy. Like once you get into like another fan base and then you go to Panic, you're like, whoa.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We were out.
Anything goes.
It was Red Rocks. So I mean, we're in Colorado, and I'm like, I feel like we're in Alabama right now. Like this is awesome.
That's amazing. Chasing the Chili. That's dude. We're kindred spirits.
Yeah.
That's my favorite song. Ask anybody. That is my favorite song. First song, first album. I've
Oh
always
yeah.
loved water fights, squirt guns, water balloons. We'd try to spray each other with the garden hose when I was a kid. Me and my brother and sister. I know we would like hide in the bushes and then try to spray each other. So I've been trying to have a water fight since I was a kid.
Oh
So
yeah. And it's just a
the
perfect
chili,
blend of
it just I love it every time, and it's great to have a chase a song and love a song that's common, because then you
100%.
get your payout almost
Oh yeah.
almost every run, not guaranteed, but almost every run. And a lot of times they save it
Hmm.
for the end. A lot of times at Red Rocks, they save it till Sunday encore,
Hmm.
and they wonder who's gonna have some water left. But I always keep a cooler at Red Rocks with 2 liters of ice cold water on and just ready. And if they don't play chili, I leave the show with it, like ready to go for the next day.
Ready for the next show.
What about you, Mason? Anything that you look for
I
or
mean, that's a
chase?
veteran move to bring your waters into Red
Yeah, the
Rocks.
Red Rocks is cool, man. It's a city park, so they'll let you bring in little
Listen,
soft coolers with like a lunch. When I brought my sister to the show, we brought a whole entire dinner, like sandwiches, salads, fruit salad. It was on a Sunday, and all the people around us were watching us eat. Like, whoa, look at how much they're eating food at a widespread panic show. Like, we didn't even think of that.
That's such a good idea. I'm gonna have to use that next time I'm out there.
Natural energy. It's amazing. It's
Yeah.
incredible.
What makes a show special or what song you're chasing?
I don't really have a specific song that I'm chasing, just everything's great. You really can't leave a panic show unsatisfied. Anything goes, everything's awesome. I really just chase the feeling of being at a show. There's really nothing like it on the planet. I mentioned to y'all whenever y'all interviewed me after the Friday night Birmingham show that y'all asked what's your favorite part about going to a panic show, and I said it's the greatest party on planet Earth. Like you really just can't match it. Anything like anywhere you go, it's just a once in a lifetime opportunity that you could experience over and over and over again.
Hmm. That is an excellent way to approach it, my man.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Yeah, let's dive into it. Let's go to the
let's
brass
talk
tacks,
friendly
Danny.
gambling here. Okay,
Ask some
so
questions. Let's
when I
go.
was a young child seeing Panic, 19, 20 years old, we would play this game called Pick'em, where we would use a hotel pad of paper. We would each pick 3 songs. We would pick a piss song, which is kind of negative, but like the
Yeah.
song you didn't want to hear. But the only way you could get a point is if you actually went to the bathroom and peed during the song. And then we picked a Get Some, we called it, which isn't quite like a bust out, but kind of a song they play more, like less common or a little more rare. And if they played that, you got 2 points. And then you got to pick one song that you think they'd open with. And if they opened with it, you got 2 points. But if they just played it, you got 1 point. So that was my version of Pick'em.
Yeah. So we've upgraded a little bit.
Yeah.
Um,
Upgraded from the
it-
hotel pad of paper.
Upgraded from the hotel pad of paper just a little bit. And so we actually have an app. It's on the App Store. Uh, Pick5 is what it's called. And essentially how it works, exactly like the hotel pad of paper, is you can, pick 5 songs that you think are going to be on the set list that night. And then, we've got props for opener, closer, encore. And yeah, but I guess like the biggest draw to is it's sort of a contained environment where like anyone, and especially with Nugs now, and people that what do they call it, couch touring now, where
Hmm.
I mean I catch every single Billy show now whether I'm at it or not. So I mean it's so cool to be able to be on the app, and we've got the set list updating real time now. And it's been awesome. We've seen a lot of growth, way more than we thought we would. So just to preface, like this app has been a thing for 2 months, maybe 3 months. Yeah, and
So you make a profile with a username.
Yeah, so you make a profile with a username, and you just the shows
Pick
are
a
up.
show.
Pick
And
a
then
show.
pick 5 songs.
Pick 5 songs, and so the songs are scored based on several factors. So right now it's just points. Everyone's in the pool. So I was trying to get it pulled up on a simulator on my computer and share my screen, but unfortunately I'm not gonna be able to. But like this is the fish show that's happening tonight, right? They're
Oh,
at the
let's
Sphere
go. I
tonight.
was just gonna say, should we start putting our picks in for the Sphere show
Yeah,
tonight?
yeah. So put your
Go
guys'
ahead.
picks in.
Hold
Yeah.
on,
So this is the app right here.
I'm
So
going to
this
my app store right now.
so this is everyone in the pool right now, right?
I may be twice your age, but I
So
at least know how to do that. Here we go.
so
All right.
All right, so I'm
Finding
on the App
fish.
Store right now. Here we go on my iPhone, and I'm gonna go. I'm searching for Pick5.
Pick 5. It should look like a black guitar pick with a purple V on it.
Oh, that's cool. All right, so a little double meaning there.
Now,
Oh,
now
I
let's
like the
Yeah.
look.
before we start picking songs all willy-nilly, I'd like to go over your point scoring system because I don't
Right.
think it's 1 point for one song.
no,
Okay,
no,
I'm
no.
downloading
So
the app here.
All right.
Go ahead.
yeah,
Go
so
ahead,
I'll go through sort of the scoring algorithm. I'm about to get really nerdy, but
Let's do it. This is a
Basically-
nerd
Based
safe
on
haven.
nerds pay
So-
bills. Let's go.
pretty much. So the songs are scored based off of 3 different factors. I was going to say 4, but it's 3. So there's what we call rank, which is all time, every show, all time amount of plays. And so like the number 1 rank is like the most played song ever, down to the last song. And I can actually
Total time played, TTP.
here I can share my screen and do the web app real quick. Bear with
I'm
me
liking
for
this
just one
already.
sec.
You can just clock into this thing without having to create a username or anything. You're just straight at. Okay, now I'm going to my username here. This thing is so pro. This is so pro. Did you guys do all the coding in this yourself?
We did.
Yeah, we did.
Dude,
So
this is
we
professional. Do you guys have like
we built it
formal
from
training
scratch.
in computer science? Like in
Yeah. So that's what I went to school for, actually.
So, what's your username?
going with Jaw Freedom.
There you go.
JAHFREEDOM.
Nice.
I am Dan Mel Mel.
Jaw Free. Jaw Freedom.
Love it.
It's just it's a derivative.
Job free.
That's awesome.
And I got this one. I still have the email. Jaw Freedom.
Okay.
View patch notes.
Is that sharing?
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to go to pick5.io. So like we said, it's on the App Store, but it's also on the web. I'm going to sign in with my accounts, which, by the way, there's no passwords. It's just
So great.
321-366.
all right. So my username is Scuppernog. So
What's your
Yeah.
username?
Scuppernog.
Scuppernog. All right, let's go.
So
From a Billy
This-
song.
All right.
from a Billy song. So basically,
I want to
what it
be
works
#1 at Widespread Panic.
Is
I'm already #1. You got to come for me first.
Wow, Mason, let's go. I am
founder's
coming for
cheating.
you.
all right. So I will go to the rule page that we actually have. So the scoring, the lowest amount of points is 25 per song. That's the base value, and it goes up to 300 points. And like I said, it's based off of a rank, which is like the 1 rank is the most common of all time played. And then we have a 30 show weight for like what's in the current rotation. So those are like weighted a little bit more. Like if it's a rare song, but it's been played in the past 30 shows, that it's going to bump it down a little bit. And then we have gap. So let's say it's a song that's been played 1,000 times ever, but they haven't played it in 18 shows. It's going to bump the value up a little bit, right? And so we add all those things together and we weight them together, and that's how we come up with the score. And so,
And
Wait, I have
For-
questions.
yeah, go for it.
Mason, did you want to add something?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, for example, like Lowrider that Panic busted out this past weekend. I mean, they hadn't played that since '09. So with the recent rotation, rank, and gap, like the song was pushing almost the max 300 points. So like if you had picked that, you would have pretty much almost won the show just by your one pick.
Yeah, but what I was going to say also is now that they played it last show, the point value for that song is updated because now
Right.
the gap is 0 shows. They played it last show. So it actually updates every single show in real time. Like the point values for the song are like they rotate every show.
So for every rotation, is it every 30, you clump them by every 30 shows. So like 31 to 60 gets more points, 61 to 90 gets more points.
It's just the first like the previous 30. So it updates
Okay.
every show like the 30th show will get knocked out and it'll add the most recent. And it's just what's played like in the previous 30 shows.
And then gap is where you get the okay.
Gap's where we get the 800 show gap or whatever it is. 2
Yeah.
show gap.
Wow.
Yeah. So and then we also have props for opener, closer, encore. So double points for opener and closer if you correctly, pick those, and 1.5 for the encore.
But if you
And
pick
then
the song as an opener, you still get the points
you still
if
get the
they
points.
don't open with
Yeah,
it.
it
Okay.
works exactly like you were saying on your notepad, where if you call the opener, you get 2 points, but instead, it's based off of our point system. So a song could be worth 125 points, but if you hit the multiplier, it's worth 300 or whatever the math is there, 250.
Yeah. Wow.
You don't have to, when you pick out of your 5 songs, you don't have to flag it as one you're choosing as an opener. It's just if one of your 5 is the opener, then you get the prop.
Yeah.
No, you
You gotta
have
go flag
to.
it.
So you have to flag it. So I'll
for
actually
example,
make picks in a sec.
Okay, so in your picks, you can put one of them as your opener, one as your closer kind of thing?
Yes.
Yes.
So let's go to my fish picks. I just rushed through this, and so I can edit my picks, and this is for the show tonight. So April 23rd Sphere, and the picks lock. So I can't see anyone else's picks until they lock, which is 41 minutes.
Oh my God, we got to get cracking.
Yeah. So
I feel like I need to look
Shows
at the
lock
set
at
list
doors. You
from
better
last
step it up.
week.
yeah. So
I
these
need to
are
study though. I mean,
these are just random picks.
Well, yeah,
right
because
now.
they played Weekapog and Mike's
and they played
song
Tweezer
last
also,
weekend.
dude.
Yeah.
You're playing
And
they did.
Tweezer.
You think
Yeah,
they're
you're
going
right,
to
they
repeat shows at the Sphere?
No, they're 100% not.
So you
These are
better
just random.
take Tweezer off there, dude.
I
They
know.
already played it.
He
I don't-
just did.
I
He
don't-
just did.
Okay.
I don't want to show everyone my picks though.
Let's win.
I'm gonna have to go do that on my phone later.
By the way, I have a friend named Charlie McGee. Shout out Charlie out of Tennessee, and I wonder if that's him, CF McGee.
Could be.
The guy that's leading fish might be my boy Charlie. I wonder if that's it.
Yeah. So when the show starts, right? So when the show starts, like we decided Goose. We had a few requests. So we decided Goose. This is live right now. And so now that the picks are locked, I can actually see everyone else's picks, right?
That's me in first place, by the way, in case y'all are
Yeah.
wondering.
Yeah.
So he
Mason, I'm rooting for you with Goose. I
He hit
want
the
you to
opener.
be the
Thank
number
you.
one.
but also right on the app, and the app on the App Store looks very similar. This the functionalities there, but the set list actually updates in real time, and we're actually I'm not going to disclose where we're getting the set list data from, but I will say that we're getting it from like 5 or 6 different sources all at the same time, and like we're actually able to beat every single source that we're using now. So like that I know of, like we're the fastest updating set list that I know of right now. And we have like checks in place for like the reliability of the sources. So like if we have a source that's not that reliable, but it's really fast, and then later on we have a more reliable source, it's going to update and account for that.
Dang.
And then-
Wow.
So high
And then
tech, bro.
we have the entire catalog. So I'll go to Billy because he's got the biggest catalog right now, 942 songs, but like these are ranked. So like Meet Me at the Creek's the most played song,
That's one of my favorites.
or actually it is it's not the most played song. Dustin and Baggy is, but Dustin and Baggy's got a bigger gap right now, so the points are higher than the Meet Me at the Creek. Because he played Meet Me at the Creek, Charlottesville Friday night. But yeah, so these are going all the way down to like a Max song that he's only played one time rather.
Right.
But yeah, so
Oh,
you go to
man.
Panic and 706 songs, and obviously drums is their most played.
You can pick
Um,
drums?
you can pick drums, but
Wow.
So
you're not
we're
going to get a
having
lot of points.
Love Tractor 992, but according to what we are the source that we use, we thought they were at 1,000.
Yeah,
Really?
what source are you using for number of time played?
So I found a database with like every single set list, and I just downloaded the set list. So we could be off a little bit. We could,
I
be missing a few
wonder.
shows from the all-time data.
Pigeons,
We
I'm
don't.
also at 1010 right now.
We don't want to
Okay.
out you guys, but I mean, we'll say the name of who we've referenced because we love the dude and we want to
Yeah.
give him as much credit as possible. We get everything off for Widespread Panic. We get everything from Everyday Companion.
Okay. Yeah, well, we need to look into that. And this is great. I mean, obviously the app isn't perfect. I mean, we're not claiming that it
Yeah.
is. It's only existed
No,
for
we're
three
not trying to
months, and
call it out, but we just,
no,
as nerds, we
please
want
do
those
though.
numbers to match up.
Okay. Yeah,
Because
well,
we
we
were
need to.
asking Mason how he celebrated his 1,000th Love Tractor, which according to our calculations was, it does get murky too, because when Widespread Panic was playing frat houses in
Mhm.
Tuscaloosa in 1986,
It's hard. It's hard to
no one
find
would
those
have
set
known.
lists.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's according to our knowledge, Everyday Companion has the most set lists dating back the farthest.
Hmm.
So they're
Okay.
probably not. It's like pre Widespread Panic was even a band. There's some of them that are like some of their set lists are 41 years old because it's
Right.
like
Wow.
When
you
it was
know,
just JB and Mikey, like just like
and
open
schools,
mic
just the
night.
three of them at like
Yeah.
a frat house.
Yeah. Well, we need to go back and spend some time. And this is great. Having a little bit of feedback, how we can improve. Because I
Absolutely.
mean, we're trying to be in this for the long term. I mean, we want to constantly improve this, and I mean, like we said, we built it for the community to have sort of one place to come and compete and just have a good time picking songs, whether you're at the show or not. You can still be a part of it. So
Well,
It's a
we
great
would
thing.
love to do an introduction to you and the folks we know over at Everyday. I think y'all would have such a fun conversation because they're the
Yeah.
biggest panic nerds we know.
cool.
Um,
Yep. And
yeah.
you recommend you guys should definitely watch the podcast where Danny interviews Ted Rockwell, the guy who started Everyday Companion,
Okay.
and he was talking about like old school knowledge about Danny. What was the name of the guy that like wrote all the songs down before anyone was writing everything down? There was like, and the songs had different names back then too. People didn't know the names to the songs. They like, just made up names because no one even knew.
Yeah, I just learned that Sleepy Monkey was on the Coconut single as Monkey Image.
Really,
Wow.
I didn't know that.
So what's
No
your
one knows
goals to
that.
be in this? First of all, I'm highly impressed by this app. It's super fun. I mean, we have DraftKings, we have these big sports books. People love to, I mean, let's call it gambling, let's call it betting. I mean, on the things we love, whether it's college football or our favorite bands. So you guys are onto something sweet here. Where do you see this going? Like, what are your goals with this? What's the future of this?
So we do plan on adding some sort of wagering to the app eventually to where like, you can maybe say, I'm gonna join this pool for $5 and the winner will take some money back. We got to work that out with like a legal team, obviously, because I don't want to get screwed and spend the next 30 years in jail. But
No, we
um
don't want that for you, Mason.
yeah, but yeah, that is kind of the long-term goals because right now we are making no money off of this and we want a way to
Hmm.
monetize it to where I mean, we could make some money off of it, but yeah, maybe just mostly just give it back to the community, like,
We want to do a
hey,
Pick 5
you knew your
tour.
stuff that night. Here's your prize.
Yeah,
That's what I was going
you
to
guys.
ask. Who gets the prize at the end of the year for being the number one picker?
So we want to do it per shows. We've been talking about adding a tournament mode where it was like per run or per tour. And in the meantime, you have to stay tuned. But we have been talking about maybe running some tournaments with the point system right now, giving away some tickets. So yeah, we've
Yeah,
got some
that's a
things
good
in the
point
works.
because the hotel pad of paper and then our another group of friends runs a bingo game is per run.
Okay.
Yeah, our friend
But I
Zach does
like per
that, and it's
show.
Yeah,
the bingo
we've
is
got some
kind of
things in
like
the works. Um, we've got a full sort of redesign of the app in the works right now. Like like I said, with a tournament mode, so it would be per run, and we're floating the idea of doing like sort of like a season where it's per tour. So
That's so amazing.
Do you guys
I'm
remember
like
the
really
moment when you
amped to make my fish picks.
right? Do you guys remember the moment when you thought this up? Was there like a certain like when you were just sitting there chatting it to each other, or was there like
Yeah, it's
was can you
it's
think
actually a
of like
funny story. Sorry, I
We
didn't mean to
love
cut you
funny
off.
stories.
But
you're not cutting
um
me
go
off?
ahead.
Go ahead.
so yeah, me and Harrison have been friends for just forever, like as
I
long
don't
as I can remember.
I don't
Our
remember not knowing Mason. Like,
Yeah, our
and
dads
there's
were roommates in college, like literally out of the womb. Me and him have been best friends, and we both recent graduates from Auburn. And we're like, man, we got to figure out something we can do to like make some money and like just work for ourselves, like go into business together essentially. So we sat on a phone call for like an hour talking about all the things we like, what we could do that would make us money, blah, 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 blah. And then obviously Harrison's big into computers and he's like, I can build us an app. And I was like, well, I mean, we like music. And we're like, oh my gosh. Like literally at the exact same time we thought of this app and like we said it at the same time. We're like, we should do this. And then since then, like the next day, he's like, all right, come over. I was like, all right. So I came over and we got straight to working on it. And within like less than a month, we had like a working product. We've obviously been improving it since then, but I mean, it was a pretty quick turnaround from the idea surfacing to being on the App Store.
we've come a long
Wow.
way since the first iteration of the app, also though, which is hard to believe and sounds crazy to say because again, this conversation on the phone we're talking about was like probably 3 months ago. So um, yeah, it's
So
all
y'all are
it's all been moving quickly.
recent college graduates.
Recent college graduates, yeah. Um, so
Since
I graduated 25 a year ago, and Mason just graduated this past December.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
congratulations.
thank
Wow.
you,
Thank you.
thank you very much.
What was your field of Harrison? You studied computer science.
Computer science. Yep.
What was your field of study, Mason?
I graduated with a degree in finance.
Perfect.
Oh, smart. Let's
Yep.
go. Combine those two.
That's what we're trying.
Gambling app.
Do what you want and you're gonna get paid. That's the whole idea.
Exactly.
That's the concept here.
It's really fun though and really cool when an idea builds that quickly. It's like validation that it was actually a really good idea.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, we did the numbers yesterday. I mean, we're right at like 500 users now, and it's I mean, that doesn't sound like a ton, but it's been growing. And we're like, okay, like how do we manage this now? What do we do?
What would be cool is if you had like Nugs advertising
Yeah,
or something, or like a link
That'd
to
be really
Nugs
cool.
if they would like pay for a sponsorship or something, or like
Mm-hmm.
buy your app.
seriously, so
That
crazy
would
you
be
mentioned
really
that.
cool.
I've actually been like reaching out to some people that like work for Nugs, like they're just like via the internet finding emails, and I mean, I haven't heard anything back yet, but yeah, I mean, that's a strategy that we're sort of trying to take and see where it goes because, um, I mean, as you can see with the purple, I mean, that's sort of like the inspiration for the branding. Not exactly, but I mean, we're both on Nugs, obviously, and it's just a good color for all that stuff. And so, yeah,
Yeah, I really like your the graphics on here, like that guitar pick and everything else. It's a very slick app for sure.
thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah, thank you for creating it.
And y'all have
Absolutely.
been creating businesses or ideas for a lot of your friendship.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, we've been friends for forever, and we're both like entrepreneurs at heart. Like we mentioned before the podcast began, like there was never a time I couldn't think that me and Harrison weren't trying to make money off of something or another. Like I remember back in like 6th or 7th grade, my dad made some beef jerky, and I was like, "Wow, we need to take this to school and sell it." Like we made our own like mock-ups. We had our own little beef jerky company that sold maybe 3 packs, but we were trying our best.
Yeah, but I feel like the best part too is like, I mean, sure, it was a business. We were trying to make money, but it wasn't even about the money. It was more like, okay, like we want to do something for ourselves, right? Like we want to be able to do what we want. We want to be able to go where we want. We want to be able to interact with who we want to interact with and not have to rely on just like, I don't know, a job that just eats up 100% of your time, if that makes sense. And
Talking
I don't know.
about
I guess you guys asked like the end goal for Pick 5. I think really is for us to be able to go on tour for a living, and
yeah, let's go.
so that's what we're working towards, and hopefully we can make it happen.
Yeah, I'm not knocking it, but it's way more advanced than selling grilled cheese on the lot.
Yeah,
Hey, you never know. We could do both. Set up a
Right.
grilled cheese shop.
Right.
but
Supplement.
also like a way to. I mean, obviously, like you mentioned, DraftKings and stuff like that. I mean, all that stuff's blowing up right now just in the sports scene. It would be
Mhm.
so cool to bring more people into this scene, I think. And some people might not like that. Obviously, if it was on a huge scale, it could have an impact on just like ticket prices and uh, I don't know, people that don't really understand the scene. But I mean, I would argue that, and again, you guys have been in the scene a lot longer than I have, but I would argue that the best part um, about this scene and just like music as a whole is being able to share it with people. And I don't know if there's a way to share it with more people. I think that's a good thing.
Agreed.
Yeah,
I mean, the lessons learned from the community and the kindness at jam band concerts is something that's can be maybe helpful for society at large. So
For
absolutely.
sure.
I think that yeah, maybe ticket prices, but whatever, they could play bigger venues.
Very
So
true.
Yeah, but
well,
look at like football. It's like people love gambling on football, and they don't even have to go to the games. They're just like love sitting
True.
at home and
Hmm.
doing it. So it's like almost making couch tour more interactive and more
Absolutely.
like building a
That's
network of people who
literally.
can't go to the
Oh
shows,
yeah.
you know?
and
It's
make it
funny you
more
say that because
exciting to
that's
watch a
kind of
show.
my pitch to people is like, Pick 5. It makes couch tours more fun. It's like you really do like feel closer to the action whenever you're sitting there like just watching it on Nugs, and you're like, oh crap, I think I have that song. You're scrolling through your phone trying to make sure. It's like, oh man, 500 other people also have this song.
Exactly.
Especially when
It
I'm
And
doesn't really
gambling
do that
like
much for me.
half
So
our
you
bank
gotta.
account away.
Absolutely. I mean, it
Hmm.
gets you more. It just gets more skin in the game when you're like, if you're watching a football game and you bet your mortgage on it, you're going to be
oh
way
yeah.
more into that football game.
And
Now, what about
Uh-huh.
this? If you guys, when you guys monetize this thing, which I think is going to happen, but if and when this happens and you can make actual real money, do you think that there will be a segment of users that are like just futures traders, Vegas card players, like professional gamblers that realize they can like do analyze these bands, figure out picks, and go on there and play, even though they don't even know the
I mean,
music.
I'm sure there's going to be people who play that don't listen to the music, but I mean, at the same time, nobody knows the music more than fans. So if they're trying to
Right.
bet money, I guarantee there's John down the street who's been listening to Panic since he was 5 years old. Who's going to outpick him 10 times out of 10. It's just free money.
and
True.
that's what I was about to say is sort of like the thing that we have to figure out right now with DraftKings. So like DraftKings, for example, they have, I'm not going to call it a loophole, but they're sort of at an advantage where it's not legally classified as gambling. It's a skill-based game. And I think we have a pretty valid argument that we're a skill-based game. And every show that happens, as we grow and as we have loyal people that play the same show that continue to win, we sort of have just more and more data to be able to prove that. And I think it could be, and this could be years down the road, but I mean, this could be a way for people on tour that like really know their shit to have an additional income stream, right? Where if you get to bet on Panic songs and I mean, what they're going to play tonight, that you're at an advantage to most people.
Yeah, but your point system is really interesting though. That's the one thing I think that like the bingo game, there's no point system. Like I just go for most squares, and I, not to toot my own horn, but I tend to win. And so it's like picking songs that you just know they're going to play is very different than like getting lowrider or like you just need that one song and then you won the whole game. And I think that's where it adds an element of like, you don't even really need to know. It's kind of this like feeling or intuition or something.
Very true.
See, that's kind of the fun about it too, is because me and Harrison have very different strategies when it comes to Pick5. He hasn't played, for Billy, for example. Man, he hasn't played Dust in a Baggie in 5 shows, and that's his most played song. So he's definitely going to play that. He's probably going to play it as an opener, so I'll select that. But I always go for like the lower points, higher frequency songs. And Harrison's like, man, if he plays this one song that he's played 3 times ever, I'm going to win off this one song. So there's just kind of 2 different ways to go about it. But I mean, if Harrison gets that song, it's going to pay off for him, and he could end up winning the whole thing.
Well, and I think it's interesting, like the run versus the show. Because like going into Birmingham, I told Jeffrey, I was like, I really want to hear Impossible and Radio Child. Nick hasn't played it, but they played them on 2 different nights. So like making sure you got them on the right night would be a challenge.
And this is also like going back to my strategy a little bit. Like, I'm pretty sure I went like 1 for 5, maybe 0 for 5 on night 1. But I was like, okay, there's no way they don't play these tonight. So then on Saturday, I ended up hitting like 4 out of 5. Like you just kind of got to play the numbers a little bit and think like, okay, what are they going to do? What's going to be worth the most points for me? And just try and win the game.
Still no, despite those planes flying right over our heads all night.
I know.
That was actually Airplanes.
I picked Airplane too.
That was the most picked song that didn't hit the entire time. And I was guilty of that night 1. I was like, they for sure got to play it, right? Nope, they didn't play it. So
those are the kind of stats I'm interested in, like most picked, not played.
Good to know, because we get a metrics email every single time that's like, what was, the highest value song, the deepest cut that someone picked. And we're actually working on a way to sort of have like, we're going to call it the recap, but after every show we're gonna post those metrics, and also I want to create like a narrative sort of for the whole show. So like
you won't believe this, but Jeffrey
like
and I
race.
write a very detailed recap for every show.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, well maybe we can work on something. Maybe we can work.
Check it out.
Let's go, dude. We're always looking for people to help.
Yeah.
And if you just forward us that metric email, we'll just include the stats in our recap.
Okay.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, something that
and then we can like link to your app. Oh yeah, we're cooking something up. I can feel it.
If you want,
that'd be awesome.
There we go.
Recap, Harrison, go to our website.
A recap we shall have.
If you want to relive the Birmingham show, even though you weren't even there, go.
Okay.
And read. It's the night 2 recap, because that night was so unforgettable and there was so much to write about with the rainstorm and the wildness that ensued from that.
Wow.
There was a lot to write about, because there was comedy, real-time, unplanned comedy called Human Behavior in response to Christ.
And that's the best part.
Light tragedy called a driving cold rainstorm, when you just 1 minute you're raging a panic show and next minute you're soaking wet and cold. I mean,
oh yeah. Little shameless plug. I've also been posting a little, like, obviously not as in-depth recap to our Instagram, but I'm definitely going to start stealing some of y'all's stats. It seems like y'all got a lot going on there that we could borrow from you.
Yeah,
That
I mean, invite us to collaborate on Instagram and we can
Let's
do
do
the
it.
absolutely,
same. Yeah,
absolutely. Let's get something
totally.
going.
Yeah.
But
Oh, I
something that I
love
also
that.
kind of had in mind, like sort of, so you guys have like a recap of the show, and I also would like to create sort of the thing that inspired me was like horse racing, where it's like, oh, like this person was in the lead, and then like bang, they came out with this deep cut, and this person went up to first, and sort of like a recap of like what happened on the leaderboard for the app, if that makes sense. But having the actual show recap intertwined with that would be amazing.
Yeah, dude. Let's work together.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
So do you have any other bands that you're looking at adding to this? We got
I
Panic
mean,
Fish.
We
I like to open the floor to y'all and see what would y'all want to see added.
we've been
Like
floating some
we're
around.
building this for the community, so I mean, whatever y'all want to see on the app, let us know. It'll be on there.
We're just so obsessed with Widespread Panic and Fish. I don't know. It's hard
Yeah.
to see beyond those two. And then
And Billy.
you guys got the four horsemen already.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We've
I
been
love
talking
Daniel
about
Donato, and he plays a
yeah.
lot. That
We've
could
been
be a fun
talking about
Nice.
band.
Daniel Donato. We've been talking about J-Rad. We've been talking about Dave Matthews Band. So those are sort of the three that we've sort of had a few requests from Reddit come in and sort of just been floating ideas around, but we're not dead set on like yes or no for any of them. So
The other huge market could be King Gizzard.
yeah,
Yeah, for sure,
we
Gizzard.
talk about them too. We've had a few requests for Giz also. So
They're fun too with it could be their point system would be fun for me to see like which songs they play a lot and which ones are high points and
Hmm.
yeah.
yeah, well,
Thank you guys so
we've
much for spending some time telling us about this genesis of this really cool idea.
yeah, thanks
You're
for
welcome.
inviting
Thanks
us
for having
on.
us.
I'm stoked for
Absolutely.
you guys. This is great, man. And like,
We need to get this recap going too. Very serious about working together on that.
oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. I'm just really glad that you guys are here and like, now the age range of people at these shows is so huge now. I mean, there's like
Yes.
these old deadheads that are like sit down for the whole show, and then folks that are like have to use a fake ID to buy a beer, and everyone in between. So I, for one, am really stoked on like this wide, really diverse crowd as far as age is concerned, of all diversity, really. And and age, it seems like, is the one we're really getting diverse in. So
Hmm.
I'm glad that you guys are here and like all your buddies and everything. So there ain't no panic like Southern Panic, that's for sure, because the kids are
For
That's for
sure.
damn
out.
sure.
I mean, when you come out west, if you come out west this summer, you'll see it's not stacked in with the SEC like it is in
Yeah.
Denver. It's like old heads from Jerry Garcia days. But it's
That's a fun crowd though.
oh yeah, and they got knowledge too, man. They're just so
Oh yeah, they
chill
do.
and just it's great. We can learn a lot.
Well, thank you both for your time. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. We hope that you download Pick5 and we'll see you on the leaderboard because we're coming up.
Oh yeah. Bring it
Coming
on.
for you, Mason.
Bring on. Thanks, guys. You guys are
Yeah,
awesome.
thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Thank you
100%.
guys for the invite.
You bet.
This has been a production of We Are the Lucky Ones, a podcast built by fans and for fans of live music. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and find us on other social media platforms. Keep on keeping on, take care of each other out there, and we will see you at the next show.